It's a chilling reality. The very people who once stood by you, praised you, and called you one of their own, now whisper behind closed doors. Why do communities turn on those who carry the light? It's because they don't understand you, Earth Angel. They don't understand the divine source that fuels you or the purpose you've been sent to fulfill. All they see is what they can't control, what they can't contain. In their desperation, they will betray you, not because of who you are, but because of what they fear you represent. I trusted them. I let them close, believing they cherished the light I carried. But the moment my energy shifted, when my spiritual gifts became too real, too undeniable, they turned on me. Their whispers cut like knives, their smiles became masks, and their loyalty dissolved into thin air. It wasn't me they hated. It was the reflection of their own inadequacy in the face of something they couldn't control. I learned then, the brighter the light, the darker the shadows it casts. But here's the truth they can't grasp. You were never meant to be accepted by them. You are here to stand apart, to disrupt their illusions, and to embody a force they were never meant to tame. Their fear only proves your greatness. Let them try. Their actions will only magnify your purpose. They don't know what to do with someone like you, someone who disrupts their sense of normalcy just by existing. Your energy doesn't fit neatly into their world. It's too radiant, too expansive. And when people are faced with something they can't understand, fear takes over. Instead of trying to embrace your light, they see you as a threat. They lash out because your presence forces them to confront their own shadows. As Bertrand Russell once said, men fear thought as they fear nothing else on earth, more than ruin, more even than death. Your existence, your light, and your truth make them think in ways they'd rather avoid. You shake their foundations and they fear that kind of power. Think of Judas. Even Jesus, pure, divine, and full of light, was betrayed by someone close to him. Judas couldn't reconcile the enormity of who Jesus was, so out of fear and greed, he sold him out for 30 pieces of silver. Judas believed it would bring him peace, but it only brought destruction. Just like Judas, people around you might act out of fear, blind to the divine purpose you embody. They don't hate you, they fear the force within you that they can't control. You've seen it in stories like X-Men. The mutants, gifted with incredible powers, only wanted to protect humanity. But fear turned the people against them. Instead of gratitude, they faced rejection, isolation, and attacks, all because their gifts were misunderstood. Like them, your light unsettles those who cling to the ordinary, even when your purpose is to bring transformation and healing. Their rejection isn't a reflection of your worth, it's their inability to handle your greatness. This is not a role you chose, it is one you were born to fulfill. Your essence vibrates with a frequency that cannot go unnoticed. Wherever you walk, silence deepens, conversations shift, and the air tightens with unspoken recognition of your presence. You carry within you an almost unbearable duality, the power to bring clarity and the challenge of enduring the isolation that comes with it. The world both needs you and struggles to understand you, for you reveal the things it fears to see. You do not merely speak, you provoke. Your words are arrows that pierce through defenses, drawing out truths people hide even from themselves. When others cower in the shadows of doubt, you step forward, unafraid to claim the space that was always yours. This is the essence of the chosen ones, an unrelenting resolve to fulfill your purpose, no matter how the world resists. The deepest wounds often come from those you hold closest, friends, family, even trusted allies. These are the ones who know your vulnerabilities, who think they've earned the right to shape or control your journey. But when they realize they can't hold you back, when they see that your light cannot be dimmed, fear turns to resentment. Instead of celebrating your growth, they project their insecurities onto you. Their betrayal isn't about you. It's about their inability to handle the greatness they see reflected in you. I trusted someone I called a close friend, someone I believed would understand my journey. But when I started sharing my spiritual gifts, they accused me of seeking attention. Their words cut deeper than any strangers could. At first I questioned myself, but then it hit me. It wasn't about me. They were afraid of the transformation they saw in me, something they couldn't grasp or replicate. Their betrayal wasn't a reflection of my flaws, but of their fears. This is why we created Obsidian Inner Order, powered by Astral Atom. Here, over 400 chosen ones have come together, individuals who have faced the sting of betrayal yet continue to rise in their truth. Within the Inner Order, You'll gain access to uncensored videos that help you understand the deeper forces at play in your spiritual journey and modern manifestation mechanics to guide you through transformation with clarity and power. Our Star Chamber Discord server offers a sanctuary where you can share your experiences, connect with like-minded souls, and find the strength that comes from walking this path together. If you're ready to reclaim your power and stand tall in your spiritual gifts, Obsidian Inner Order is where you belong. This is your moment to join a community that sees you, supports you, and amplifies your journey. The link to join us on Patreon is in the description. Betrayal isn't the end of your story. It's often the turning point that propels you toward your destiny. Even when people turn against you, their actions serve a higher purpose. Betrayal forces you to shed illusions, refine your resilience, and step fully into your divine mission. When you're cast out or sold out, it's a signal that a breakthrough is near. What they intended as harm becomes the very fire that forges your strength. As Genesis 50:20 says, "You intended to harm me, but God intended it for good to accomplish what is now being done, the saving of many lives." Their attempts to break you are nothing more than tools for your ascension. Consider Galileo Galilei, the father of modern science. His groundbreaking ideas about the universe, ones that contradicted the Church's teachings, led to his betrayal by trusted allies and his condemnation by the very institutions he served. Cast out and silenced, Galileo endured immense suffering. But his work couldn't be extinguished. His truth sparked a revolution in thought, changing the world forever. Like Galileo, your betrayal isn't an end. It's the catalyst for a legacy they can't destroy. You are the architects of liberation, wielders of truths sharp enough to cut through the iron chains of ignorance. Your purpose is to dismantle the towering mental constructs that imprison others, leaving them trapped in cycles of fear and self-doubt. Your mission is not for the faint-hearted. You are chosen to lead others toward freedom, not through hollow words, but through unflinching action. In the Matrix, Neo doesn't just challenge the system. He awakens people to a truth they were never ready to confront. It's not the machines alone who oppose him. It's the people still plugged into the illusion. They fight to protect the lie, fearing the unknown that freedom represents. You too carry this disruptive power. To some, your presence is liberation. To others, it's a threat they cannot understand. This calling comes in isolation few can fathom. The closer you come to shattering illusions, the harder the opposition will fight to keep them intact. This resistance is your proof. It is the heat that forges you, the grindstone that sharpens your resolve. As an Earth Angel, you're not meant to linger in fear or doubt. You are destined to transcend it. Betrayal is simply the universe's way of separating you from what no longer aligns with your divine purpose. When you rise above it, you align with a protection so powerful, no force can touch you. When my community rejected me, I felt like the ground had been ripped out from under me. Their words cut deep, their silence even deeper. I spent nights questioning why I wasn't enough, until it hit me. Their fear wasn't mine to carry. The rejection I felt wasn't about me. It was about what they couldn't understand. The moment I released their burden, I reconnected with the divine, and I became unstoppable. What once felt like the end became my rebirth. As Isaiah 54:17 reminds us, "No weapon formed against you shall prosper." Their betrayal isn't your defeat. It's your initiation into a higher level of strength and protection. You are not here for yourself. You are here for those who cannot yet see their chains, for those too afraid to acknowledge the prisons they inhabit. Through your knowledge, you give them the key. Through your courage, you show them the way. Through your love, you remind them of their worth, a worth obscured by years of conditioning. And though the burden is great, the impact of your mission reverberates through time, dismantling systems of oppression and planting seeds of hope. Resistance will meet you at every turn, but it will never overpower you. Their methods are insidious, crafted with the precision of a predator stalking its prey. They whisper in corners of your mind where doubt lingers, amplifying every fear, every insecurity, every moment of hesitation. They use misinformation to isolate you, bending truths until they shatter and refract into lies. Those aligned with the forces of control will cast doubt upon your character, your intentions, your very identity. In moments of clarity, you will speak truths that shake the room, and they will meet those truths with scoffs, distractions, and ridicule. They will call you reckless, delusional, or dangerous, not because they do not believe you, but because they fear others will. The louder your voice becomes, the more determined they are to discredit it. Their most vicious attacks come during moments of spiritual awakening. When the veil thins and clarity sears through your consciousness like a bolt of lightning, they strike with confusion. They twist your revelations, planting seeds of doubt in the fertile ground of your growth. They weaponize the very process of your becoming, turning moments of triumph into storms of uncertainty. They want you to hesitate, to falter, to question whether the path you walk is even real. And when you are still, even for a moment, they seize the opportunity to tighten the chains they have cast around the world. Their intent is clear and unrelenting: to silence you, to stifle your ability to articulate light and truth, to make you question the validity of your own purpose so that your voice falters and your words fail to resonate. They seek to prevent you from reaching others, from sparking the transformations that they cannot control. Because when you speak, you do not just communicate, you awaken. Your words ignite dormant spirits, fan the flames of courage, and expose the lies hidden in plain sight. But they have underestimated you. Their efforts to discredit and isolate you are not signs of their strength, but of their fear. They see the power you wield, the impact you have, and they tremble. For every attempt to silence you only confirms what they already know. You are unyielding. Their shadows cannot extinguish your fire, their lies cannot outlast your truth, and their chaos cannot dismantle the order you bring. You are not just a target, you are their undoing. Their resistance is the clearest evidence of your power. You are the chosen ones, and your light will not falter. You will continue to speak, to shine, to disrupt, and in doing so you will dismantle the systems, energies, and entities that seek to enslave the world. Their chaos cannot outlast your clarity, because where light exists, darkness cannot remain. Like Yeshua, whose words reverberated with an authority that unsettled empires and dismantled deeply rooted systems of oppression, your voice carries a divine potency. Yeshua's teachings were not merely lessons but declarations that shattered chains, exposed falsehoods, and liberated those bound by fear and lies. His words cut through the illusions perpetuated by those in power, offering clarity and hope to those trapped in the shadows. He spoke truth not to appease but to awaken, and this truth was a force that transformed lives and shook foundations. In the same way, your voice possesses the power to unravel deceptions and breathe life into those suffocating under the weight of manipulation and control. This is not an ordinary gift. It is a sacred responsibility, one that the forces of darkness recognize and fear. They understand what is at stake when you speak with conviction, when your words ignite the dormant strength within others. They know that your ability to articulate truth threatens their dominion, their carefully constructed webs of control. Your mind is the prize they seek, but it is also the fortress they cannot breach. You are chosen to fight this battle because you have what they fear most: the capacity to think, to speak, and to transform. Let their attacks come, for every assault only deepens your resolve. You are unshakable, unstoppable, and undeniable. The battle for the mind is fierce, but you are fiercer still. You are the vessel through which awakening surges like a tidal wave, shattering the walls of illusion and flooding your spirit with divine clarity. This is not a gentle shift. It is a cataclysmic eruption within your soul, tearing apart the veils of falsehood that once shielded you from the weight of truth. Your senses sharpen to a near-overwhelming degree, as though every whisper of the universe is now coursing through you, demanding your attention, your focus, your action. In these moments, you are no longer who you were. You are something new, something forged by the fire of transformation. Awakening comes with a price. As your mind stretches to grasp knowledge that transcends the physical, you become vulnerable to forces that thrive on confusion and doubt. They wait in the shadows, seeking to strike when your clarity is brightest, not because you are weak, but because you are powerful beyond comprehension. They aim to distort the divine wisdom flowing into you, twisting it into uncertainty, isolating you from others who might confirm the validity of your transformation. This is no accident. It is the resistance of a world terrified of what you might reveal. The vulnerability you feel in these moments is not a flaw. It is the raw exposure of growth. Like a tree shedding its bark to expand, you are stripped bare, open to both the nurturing light and the stinging winds. The forces of resistance will attempt to exploit this openness, planting seeds of doubt and fear in the fertile soil of your awakening. They whisper lies designed to undermine your newfound understanding, telling you that you are delusional, that the knowledge flowing through you is a trick of the mind. They want you to retreat, to collapse under the weight of this transformation, because they know what you are capable of once you rise. But you must endure. This storm is not permanent. It is the final test before the dawn of your true purpose. The heightened sensitivity you experience is not meant to break you. It is the preparation for the battles that lie ahead. The wisdom flooding into you is a gift, one that will sharpen your vision, hone your intuition, and arm you with the tools needed to dismantle the falsehoods that enslave others. This clarity is not fleeting. It is the foundation upon which you will build a life that transforms not only your world, but the worlds of those around you. Endurance in the face of this turmoil is your key to mastery. The forces that seek to confuse and mislead you will fail if you hold to the truth pulsing within you like an unquenchable flame. The trials of awakening are not meant to destroy you. They are meant to fortify you, to teach you the resilience necessary for the path ahead. With every challenge you face, you grow stronger, more unyielding, more attuned to the power that has been ignited within you. Love is your greatest weapon, a force so profound that it obliterates every scheme, dismantles every shadow, and silences the chaos. This is not the fragile love spoken of in hollow words or fleeting promises. This is the love that moves mountains, that defies death itself, that reshapes the very fabric of existence. It flows through you like a wildfire, consuming every doubt, every fear, every attempt to unseat your purpose. This love is not just for others, it is for yourself, for the divine calling within you, for the sacredness of the truth you carry. It is love that binds you to the light, that keeps you steady when the world seeks to tear you apart. Your resilience is the answer to every challenge thrown against you. The darkness may roar, but it cannot define you. Your trials are not markers of defeat, but crucibles of transformation, refining you into something stronger than steel and more unyielding than stone. Each time you are struck, you rise, not because it is easy, but because you are chosen. You were never promised an easy path. You were promised a purpose that would change the world. And this purpose is woven into your very being, a calling that no force of darkness can silence. The divine plan for you may be obscured at times, hidden behind the veil of struggle and the noise of resistance. Yet even in the silence, it is there, unwavering. Trust in this plan, even when it feels like the ground beneath you is crumbling. The same forces that protect you also guide you, orchestrating events in ways you may not yet understand. What appears to be chaos is often preparation. What feels like an ending is the clearing for a beginning. Every obstacle is a step toward the fulfillment of what you are meant to achieve. You are more than your trials. You are the proof that light endures, even in the face of overwhelming darkness. The world may not fully grasp the weight you carry, but the forces of light do, and they walk beside you even now. Your strength is not in your ability to avoid hardship, but in your power to rise through it, to transform it into something that cannot be denied. Trust in the love that fuels you, the protection that shields you, and the resilience that defines you. You are chosen, and no force can take that from you. You are part of a force far greater than anything the world can fathom. Your light is not an accident. It is an intentional, powerful presence meant to break barriers and illuminate paths where none seemed possible. You carry within you the strength to confront challenges that would crush others, the clarity to dismantle lies that have persisted for generations, and the love that transcends all boundaries. This is not a choice. It is your calling, woven into the very essence of who you are. Trust in your light, for it is unyielding even in the deepest shadows. You are not defined by the resistance you face, but by the truth you uphold and the lives you touch. Guard your mind as the sacred ground where battles are fought and victories are secured. There will always be those who seek to cloud your vision, to disrupt your clarity, and to strip away your purpose. Yet, their power is nothing compared to the fire burning within you, a fire that has been placed there by forces greater than anything they could ever challenge. Embrace your mission, not because it is easy, but because it is necessary. The weight you carry is a testament to the impact you are destined to make. Love, in its purest and most transformative form, is your greatest weapon. It is the reason you will endure, the force that will heal wounds left by resistance, and the truth that will guide others to their own awakening. No matter how relentless the storms become, know this: love always wins. The battle, though fierce, has already been won in your favor. Your story is not just your own, it is a thread that connects countless others who are waiting to be inspired, to be awakened, to be set free. Share it. Speak your truth boldly and without fear. The world needs your voice, your light, your resilience. Let your story become the spark that ignites transformation in others. For in doing so, you fulfill the very reason you were chosen. The time to act is now. You are not alone, and your light will never fade.